Come here.
Hey, today we're kicking off Live's Pawfect Match Week. We've partnered with VetraScience, and here to prove that you can indeed teach an old dog new tricks is our dear friend and dog expert, Andrea Arden.
Come on, come on. Sorry, we have one on the loose.
Listen, the baby wants what it wants.
Oh,
okay.
Hey,
Okay,
Andrea,
Yes?
the timing couldn't be better. How do we get our dogs to actually listen and obey?
Well,
Come here.
one of the
Hey.
most important things that people need to think about is that you need to reinforce the behaviors you like. You need to be willing to be super generous, and that means with food rewards that are healthy for them. Keep in mind when you're using food rewards, use tiny pieces. So like this would be a big piece.
Smaller piece.
You want to use little tiny pieces.
Tiny
Yeah,
pieces.
so you can reward all
Why are they
throughout
running
the
No matter
me?
what the size, no matter what the size of the dog.
No, wait. He's Hold
even-
on. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Even if you have a really big dog, you still want to use tiny pieces because it's about building learning muscles. And repetition is the key to results. I'm trying to stay
The
focused.
dog is afraid of Ryan. Ryan, what cologne did you wear today?
What?
Oh, you
taking a
can
little
go.
lap around the studio.
That's Star. That's Star. Come on, Star.
So
They're excited. They're just excited.
So it's about using little tiny bits of food to let them know that what they're doing is something you like. And then there's something that I would strongly suggest people use, which is called a marker word. And I think you guys remember this
Yes,
from our
right,
lessons.
of course.
A marker word is different than praise. It's not like saying, oh, you're such a good puppy, I love you so much, which is also great.
Yes.
A marker word is a short word like yes or good that you pair with food rewards. So it's like taking a picture of a behavior. So if I want my pup to sit and I lure them into that sit position, and then when they do it, nobody's going to be behaving today. We're going to get it. There we go. Oh, just pretend we lured into a sit.
no, I got it.
If we lured into a sit,
Sit.
and then the dog does it, then we're going to say
Yes.
the word yes or good and follow it up with a food reward.
You know, Mark is so funny. You taught him that trick, and now he yeses Lena all over the place. He's like, he just literally makes her touch his hand with her nose,
Oh, cool.
and then he's like,
Yeah.
yes. And sometimes, you know, he's so impatient that he'll hit her nose with his hand. And he's like, yes. And I'm like, no, that doesn't count.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up
Yeah.
because that's probably, yes, one of the best behaviors you can teach a dog is called hand targeting.
Yep.
Where you just teach them that when you present your hand like this, their job is to come over and touch it with their nose.
Yeah.
And when they touch it with their nose, yes, you say the word yes and then you follow it up with a food reward. It's the basis of come when called.
Is it possible to teach old dogs new tricks?
Absolutely.
Speaking on behalf of myself, can I learn anything here today?
Absolutely. You know, the thing is, especially when it comes to rescuing dogs, which we all love to do, you have to be patient. You have to recognize that they need time to adjust to their environment. They need time to get to know who we are. And it really is about being patient and calm and kind.
So what are the basic commands that we should know?
I think probably the most important basic commands are the hand target we talked about, where you teach your dog yes to touch your hand and then you mark with the word yes or good. I think teaching your dog to sit, to lay down, those are all great ways of showing your dog how to ask or say please when they want something. So if you're making their meal at the counter, instead of jumping, if you say to your dog, sit, and your dog does it, then you can continue with preparing their meal and give it to them. And if your dog's jumping, you just say, in this moment, I'm going to ignore you.
What about bringing the dog home to
the meet and
family?
greet, right?
Yeah, like how do you introduce a dog to your family?
I think one of the most important things we need to think about is space. Dogs are really big on space, and no offense, Ryan, because I actually know dogs love you, seriously, and you love dogs. But in that moment, both of these dogs were like, I'm a little overwhelmed by this situation.
It was
I need
Frank.
space.
It was the stage manager.
Exactly.
He was pointing
That's
and
what
calling
it was.
numbers.
Yeah.
And it was very loud.
So think about space. If you're bringing a new dog home and you have a current dog, try and introduce them on neutral territory, at least outside of the house. Maybe take them for a walk together. If it's a little dog, like BMO, maybe hold the one dog and walk the other. So you're avoiding situations where there's potential conflict, like there's toys on the ground, or they're in a tight area where they feel they have to protect.
You know, my dog, I've got one dog that is a small dog that thinks she's a big dog. And then I've got Lena, who is afraid of only dogs that are smaller than her. She is like terrified of small things.
I'm shocked she's afraid of anything. She's so confident.
She's so confident, but she's afraid of small things, and she screams. Like she'll scream, like ah! Yeah, like a human being. It's bizarre. So what if you have a dog that like screams or growls at other dogs?
You know, Bimo was growling in the green room.
This dog?
Yes, was growling at these
little
guys.
Calm baby dog.
By the way, it's normal. Like, we get grumpy sometimes, right? When you're not feeling great or you don't like a
Were you
situation.
hungry?
You're hungry,
Uh-huh.
You might say to somebody like, back off, or you might be a little moody, or and it's the same with dogs. So a lot of that is just saying, let me look at the situation and the context and see if there's ways I can adjust things. So in the green room, we actually just made sure Bimo had more space from the other dogs.
I've got to tell you, this dog is a
so
saint.
fluffy
This
and
is
soft.
a little.
But also, look at this. It looks like a perma smile.
This also.
Bimo.
And the eyes.
Well,
Play
it's
that
a
music.
pig.
Play that music.
I didn't look. Very
That's
human.
sad
Very
music.
human eyes. Yes.
Andrea, thank you so
Thank you
much.
guys
We
so
always love it when
much.
you
Thank
come
you,
in.
thank you.
You are so knowledgeable, and you really know dogs. You really
Now,
do.
All
granted,
of
I
these
couldn't get this
dogs
puppy to
are
sit, but
up
that's
for
okay. That's
adoption
okay.
from
That's okay.
Korean
Now.
Canine Rescue. So visit our website if you are interested.
And now we want to hear from you. Write in and send us a picture of your Pawfect match
Pawfect.
pet, because it will have the chance to be shown on air, and one lucky entrant will win $5,000 in cash, plus a 1-year supply of VetriScience pet supplements. So you can enter by going to KellyandRyan.com. Very quickly, are you still single, or are you seeing someone? Or what's
No, I'm
happening?
so glad you asked,
Yes.
because I'm in a long-term relationship now. I bought a house 3 weeks ago.
Oh my gosh.
And so me and the bank were like this.
Oh, I mean, it is like,
I'm so excited.
that's fabulous. Financial
so much
good.
for coming.
Good for you. Good for you.
Be right
Okay.
back. Train performs after the
I
break.
always like
Stay
to
where you
know.
are.
For Live's Pawfect Match Week, Live is partnered with VetriScience Composure, a pet supplement that is clinically shown to support calm behavior and helps with separation anxiety. Discover the science of healthy and happy by heading to our inbox to enter for a chance to win a 1-year supply of VetriScience products plus $5,000 cash.